Powering up essential systems. Booting root C/audio logs. Reviewing previous data cells. Repairing audio files. Episode 40, A Congress with the Crows.
Dr. Dice, it's pandemonium. Birds and crows are swirling and flapping around. This strange kid has extended his hand out to you. In the heat of battle and chaos, as you have your knife to vodka Taro Green's throat, you reach out to his hand in a desperate attempt to not just immediately be destroyed. And in an instant, the world goes monochrome. The sounds of chaos and crows become echoey and distant. But you hear this just kind of ambient, almost chittering and groaning just from the world around you. And you see that the only two of you here are the strange kid and yourself. The kid helps you to your feet as you still hold his hand. And in an instant, almost as quick as the world changing colors, and you barely notice it, but you're no longer in a scorched and broken room at the top of a building, but in an eerie wood, in a copse of dead trees, with mists hiding the extent of the landscape from your view. You look around and see a multitude of crows perched in the trees, keeping an eye on the proceedings as you look back down at this strange child. And this strange child is actually Matt's second character. Woo!
Okay. Hello. Who are you?
Who are you?
Well, my name is Agnes Dice. I usually just go by Dice, but I'll ask again. Who are you?
Are you a wolf of the maelstrom?
A wolf? I don't think so.
Okay. Of course not.
Can I ask what just happened?
Why don't you tell me what just happened?
Well, honestly, I don't know. Because one moment I thought I was gonna die. Honestly.
Yes, I remember that.
Okay, so you were there?
Briefly.
And so now I'm here.
Yes. This is where they all get taken.
And what do you mean by they?
Those who aren't quite ready to go yet. Those who decide that they have a bit more they want to do.
You still haven't told me your name.
The child walks a little bit down the clearing where there's a giant stump and kneels on it, turns around to look at you. And a couple crows fly down and perch on their shoulders. I go by Corbin.
Well, Corbin, I have no idea what's going on right now, but all I can say is thank you.
For what?
Well, I think I'm still in shock about what just happened. So I don't know for what, but you saved my life, I'm pretty sure, so there's that.
Not saved, traded, prolonged.
Well, even still, thank you.
You say you're a doctor?
I try to be.
Trying to prevent others from dying. Can't stop yourself from dying.
Just because I try to stop others doesn't mean I'm totally perfect at preventing myself from doing so. Usually I'm better at taking care of others than myself.
Doctor, do you know what crows eat And as you look up a little bit, you notice that some of the crows have beady red eyes.
I don't think I'm totally familiar with the birds.
Crows eat dead things. Do you know what you've done, Doctor?
She kind of starts to back away just a little bit, take a couple steps back. I don't think so.
You denied them their next meal.
As in me?
They need something else to satiate their hunger.
And by something else, what do they require?
1 moment, let me open up. Oh, God. This is like the 4th time I've lost the book with the moves in it. Well, the reason I want to look at the book is because I'm trying to see if there's a specific question I can ask from reading another PC.
Reading a PC is the same set of questions.
As sniffing the air?
No, just as a regular reader person.
Right, but that... Oh, okay, just the same as read a regular person. Corbin is staring at you as you ask this, with some of the crows hopping down from the branches and kind of landing near you. And Corbin asks, What defines you, Doctor?
Oh, what defines me? That's a really good question. The one word that I would say defines me is running.
No, Doctor, not...
Oh, different?
What is your stuff that defines you?
My stuff. Oh, okay, I see. What defines me is my ability to heal. I'm able to save a life just by touching someone. I don't know why. I don't know how. It just happens.
The crows can't eat that, Doctor.
So...
What things do you have that define you?
what things do I have? Well, things. Physical things. I have this knife. I'll put a knife down on the ground that she kind of carries around with her constantly. I have...
The crows look unamused.
this. She'll put down 1 stock worth of medical supplies down. I'm still holding on to this. She'll hold up the grenade launcher. But that's not mine.
That's not yours, no.
Doesn't define me.
Honestly... Oh, sorry.
Honestly, I don't have much. My backpack's just full of things.
I'd like to read a person. That is a... Dang it, that's a 9. Okay.
Ask 1.
So, hold 1. Or, ask 1. Hey, Dr. Dice, are you telling the truth?
Yeah.
That's the most... The things that define you the most that you could come up with are the knife and 1 stock?
1 stock. The things that okay. She genuinely does not have the stuff. It would be all of her, really it would be all of her stock, but she's trying not to let it all go because if she loses that, then she's basically feels like she's got nothing else. But the stuff that this is just between Matt and Rebecca. The stuff that really defines her isn't in Pittsburgh with her.
Okay. As you're saying this, all of the crow's eyes flash red, and Corbin gets up and points a finger accusingly at you. He goes, "You have more.
Do you want my whole backpack? Is that what you want?
If you think you're such a healer, and you've got magic powers, you don't need more supplies. You can't even save yourself with your supplies. Meanwhile, the crows are starving because you've denied them their food."
Yeah, but without my things, I can't... Yeah, sure, I've got the powers. I still don't know how they work. I don't know if they're guaranteed 100% of the time. At least with this stuff, I know it'll work.
Well, you'll have more time now to figure it out, won't you?
Apparently so.
The crows start advancing a bit.
She backs up a little further. She takes another couple steps back.
At this point, a small crowd of the crows walks over the first stalk of about half the crows. They surround the first stalk, and with some horrible like screeching and clawing noises and them like pecking at it, they start to just devour the supplies. I don't know what's in it. The syringes, the vials,
bandages, vials,
and just with like some sort of otherworldly eating, gross noises. Within a few seconds, just the pile of stock is just reduced to nothing. And those crows, their eyes turn away from red, and they fly back up into the trees.
Okay, I'll give you more, but I can't give it all to you because my friends need help.
One more.
I put one more worth of down.
As you throw the second stock of medical supplies down, Corbin runs up along with the second half of the crows, and Corbin seems to be eating more of these supplies than the crows, but they're still kind of having their share. But you see Corbin popping down, like the gauze, the syringes, all these other things that a kid definitely shouldn't be eating, but there's something grossly inhuman about the way that everything is being consumed here. It's really not eating. It's more like, consuming, devouring sort of thing. It's unnatural.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna read a person while that's happening.
Go for it.
That's a 12.
okay.
Booyah.
All right. Couldn't have passed one of those ones my way.
Okay. While that's happening, while she's watching that, what is your character really feeling?
A little bit of relief, although it's hidden quite well.
Okay. The other one I'll ask one more right now, and then I'm gonna hold the third one, I think.
Oh, okay.
What does your character wish I'd do?
You really did the thing that Corbin wanted you to do.
Okay.
You were not happy giving away your supplies.
Okay.
You were not happy with that. To kind of turn it back on you a little bit. I know this is weird, but this will help define my answer. Do you feel like you're weaker without your supplies?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Then yes, you've done what Corbin basically wanted. You've given up part of the stuff that defines you.
Okay. Then I'll ask the third one right now. What does your character intend to do?
Again, I know that I hope this isn't a cop-out answer, but you did just do the thing you wanted them to do. At this point, you've kind of, to put it shortly, you've paid your debt.
I've paid my debt.
You've paid your debt. There's nothing to do but wait it out here a little bit longer.
Okay.
You feel to give you a little bit more free information. The hostility seems to have gone down.
Okay.
And Dice, as you're coming to these realizations and having these thoughts run through your head, we fade out of this weird other world over to Bravo, witnessing the building blowing out the back where his friends are supposedly. Well, air quotes friends. It's been a bit of a rocky relationship in the past hour.
I mean, they may have left me to die, but they assumed I would survive.
Sorry, does he see the crows kind of fly in or out?
Yes.
Okay.
So just keeping the continuity with the fact that Aaron's been seeing crows and these weird, like, shadow smoke men amongst the battlefield. You, Aaron, what you see specifically, right? This is just to give you all the information. You and Philip opened the gate. You had your high five. You saw the back of the building just blow out in this massive explosion, and then once the fire was gone, you just saw this ginormous flock of crows come streaming out of the building and fly off into the sky.
Okay. I'm like, oh my gosh, my team were up there. I gotta figure this out. Without even really waiting for Philip's okay on this, I just kind of leave him in charge of the situation at the gate for a second. And I press a few quick buttons on the helmet. And I am going to Gotta decide whether I'm gonna do augury or just open my mind. I think I'm gonna do augury. Augury is always the funnest. So
augury is becoming Bravo's default move, I feel.
I mean, yeah, why just ask a question of the psychic maelstrom when you can literally open a window?
Touche.
Okay. 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so on a hit, you get to choose one of the top options and 2 of the bottom.
Here's a question for you. This is just I guess a world building question. Does distance work the same in the maelstrom as it does in the physical world?
That is a wonderful question that Bravo would have absolutely no context on.
Because I want to just open a window. I want to see what's going on up there with the crows and everything. But if I open a window, I don't know if they're going to be way too far away from me for me to see. But you know what?
I say give it a shot. I mean, the only way to learn is by experimenting, especially with weird, freaky brain stuff. There's no textbooks for that.
Yeah. Okay. As I frantically, focus my mind into the frayed gap between meat and metal, I focus on a point in front of me, and a tiny swirl appears in the air, and then it expands into this, fractally shifting window. And for the 2 effects that I get to... Oh, okay. I'm going to do... It reaches deep into the world's psychic maelstrom. So, there we go. And I'm going to say it's stable and contained with no bleeding. And I am trying to see through this little window I'm trying to look up at this tower where my friends were. Okay.
So you focus real hard, and your helmet projects this weird, super ultra high-tech sci-fi beam a couple of inches in front of your face, and reality starts to rip apart.
Good stuff.
Yep, and you said you're focusing up in that room where you knew they were, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you get this, and Philip starts panicking a little bit, but seems to be safe. Your window through the maelstrom it shows you this room. Things are wispy, kind of bleached. You see small fires burning all over the room. Multiple. There's not really a sign of life in this room at all. There's multiple of the guards dead on the ground. Vodka Green is lying motionless in a pool of her own blood. You see this heavily armored figure slumped against the wall, wearing one of the skull masks. They don't look quite the same as the rest of the guards, but I mean they're wearing that mask. You've only seen them there, and you see almost like a wispy trail following out the hole in the wall in the same direction that the flock of crows went off.
Okay, I'm going deeper. I want to follow it. That's kind of my last hope for seeing my friends, because I didn't see Rex in the wreckage.
You did not see anyone you immediately identified as Rex.
Ooh.
You saw
okay.
You saw a lot of dead bodies, no dice, and one guy slumped up against the wall wearing the skull mask, but something's different about him than the rest of the guards.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna follow the trail.
So you Bravo, you follow the trail as best you can. You push your mind to the absolute limit, and you follow this trail until you get lost in the fog. Your mind starts to, the metal part of your brain starts to creak and groan as you push the fleshy part to connect with some force of the world that you barely understand. Through the static and the fuzz, you end up with this black and white silhouette of this what looks to be small kid hunched over a pile of something with birds swirling, like freeze framed swirled above him. Some lady kind of sitting back on her, like sitting back on her haunches, like leaning back on her hands. You see the large backpack kind of dumped out in front of her, and this is the vision and the image that you get before the static of the interference from the maelstrom cuts through and you lose the signal.
Can I kind of ask a question? Slash slip in.
Yes.
Run something by you.
Absolutely.
Can Corbin and the crows notice this?
100%.
Especially since he already sees the crows.
Yes.
Aaron, I think you've described the maelstrom as kind of being like a free camera before for you.
It's worked that way once or twice for me.
Well, I'd like to imagine here that as this child and the crows are hunched over this pile of things that are strewn from this backpack, the child looks up and stares directly at you. And then the transmission.
Yes. So Bravo, you get this vision. You understand that, well, you've done some looking, so has something else. And you lose connection to that part of the psychic maelstrom as your portal, or window, I should say, as your window begins to shrink. And you are left on the street next to Philip.
Okay. I'm just like sweating there. I'm like, hey, Philip, I'm really sorry I keep pushing the boundaries of what you thought was possible. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm getting my friends back. Okay. We gotta clean this. We gotta finish this battle up. It's almost over, but we just gotta do this thing. And Bravo's kind of like, he's feeling the stress, but he's just gonna, as far as he knows, he's the last member of the team. And so
Yep.
I'm gonna keep on controlling the gang that I made for myself, or try to keep controlling them as I'm leading them to. I think the command I gave last time was go and like get the rest of the leaders of this place and bring them before me or something like that.
Yes.
Should I roll leadership for that, or are they already doing that?
So you've already rolled leadership. Last session, what we got was they'll do it, but they're going to be slow. Like they're not going to, because the thing that you were looking for last time was like an immediate solution, and the answer you got was it's going to take time. So that's currently underway. They're doing what you said. It's just going to take them more time than you would like.
Yeah. Sweet. And the army that was left outside the gates, I mean, we swung the gates open. Is there any army left?
No. Okay. And anyone that's out there has surrendered.
All right. Well, I guess the next thing I'm going to do is as the rest of the Crimson Cobras are coming towards the city, I'm looking down. I want to see, is Amy still alive? And then the second in command leader, who was going to be a lot more harsh if he was the one left in charge, is he still alive?
Yeah. So Bravo, as you're standing by the gate, kind of like doing a head count, frantically looking through, you see this woman on a motorbike comes screaming through the gate, does a sick like rear fishtail kick out thing as she drifts into park and pulls the like goggles and bandana off of her face, and Amy goes, "Well, that was nuts." Thank you so much for all of those who have been listening to this podcast. If you would just be able to go and subscribe on whatever platform it is, or share, send us a review or a voice message even on Anchor, that would be wonderful. We love hearing from you, and we love to see your feedback, and we want to make sure that you don't miss any of the upcoming episodes. That would be a true tragedy. So go ahead and do that. And I think that's everything. So we'll get back to the show now.
Yeah, I mean, you guys did a lot better than I expected.
Honestly, if I do say so myself, ditto.
The people in this city are... I'm kind of doing a mass influence thing right now to try to get them to take the city for themselves, but deep down they've still got a lot of years of brainwashing to think that anybody from outside is their enemy. So you could do your best to keep discipline in these ranks, and you know the first impression we make here is gonna be very, very, very important.
Because that makes sense. I agree. Where's Rex?
I don't know. Last I knew, I asked for some help over here, but he and Dice were determined to go straight for the head of the snake. And then there was a massive explosion. I tried to look up there with some weird brain stuff, but all I saw was ashes and bodies.
Her face drops.
But this is Rex. This guy, I don't think he's killable. But I don't know. I looked, I didn't see anything.
She goes, which building? Which building? I think I know which one you're talking about, but just double the big tall one. The big tall one over there.
Here, give me a sec. And I drop down the ladder. I'm like, here, I'll come with you. And I jump on the back of the bike. Do you mind?
No, not. Hold on tight. And she guns it.
Sweet.
You guys floor it. Like, Bravo, you're getting this idea. You know, Amy, you knew she was tough because she decided that, hey, like, we'll go take on a fortified city. She is a masterfully terrifying motorbike driver when she is just running pell-mell through the streets, streaking past her own crew members, and she she pulls up with a skid to the base of the not the base of the building, but like the square. The square is filled with throngs of people. Chants are raised, and you see a couple of people, some in bedclothes, some in uniform and armor, kind of being buffeted about in the center of this crowd.
Do I see the members of the Order of the... What was it called?
Defiant Omen.
Order of the Defiant Fist? Or Order of the Defiant Omen?
Yes, a name that was way too cool to ever mean it was effective. Yes, you do see a handful of them here.
Okay.
Granted, there was only ever a handful of them, but...
I kind of like gesture for them to come over and pull them up in front of the crowd, and I say, this is your people's tribunal. Bring the former leaders before them, and the people's voice will decide their fate. And then I continue on because I want to see what happened to Rex.
Yeah.
Maybe not just as much as Amy does, but like I'm invested too.
Yeah. The crowd gives a cheer as you haul 4 or 5 of them up there, and Adam is desperately trying, like, Bravo, wait, what happened? I don't understand. This is great, but and you and Amy go thundering, go bursting into the building. There's no lights, no power, no electricity, nothing's working.
That was me. I did that.
all you know, Bravo, is that they're up. You want to just go you just want to go flooring it up the stairs as fast as you can.
I have a flashlight.
You have a flashlight? Is it attached to your helmet?
No,
Okay.
It's not. It's something I got from a guard at some point.
That's true.
I click on my flashlight, and yeah, we just take the stairs best we can.
Yeah. You and Amy, you go up the stairs. You pass by like some discarded firearms on the stairs, and you see one person, one guard, like, knocked out at the bottom of the stairwell. But a couple of citizens are there trying to drag him out the door. You thunder past them, and you and Amy go rushing up the stairs. And the thing that's getting you keyed into that you're getting where you're supposed to go is that the smell of smoke gets stronger and stronger as you run up the stairs. And eventually you get to the 8th floor and see through a couple of windows and doorways that have been left open the orange flicker of fire, as well as the night sky through what once was a wall that has been blown apart by multiple explosions.
As I try to keep up with Amy as we get to the top of the stairs, I'm like, this looks like Rex was here.
She's rushing ahead of you, kind of trying to, keep composure as you hear her kind of mutter herself. Looks like he took a bit of a leaf out of my book. And the two of you rush into the room at the end. This room was once ornate. The walls are peppered with pockmarks and holes, bits of wood and shrapnel sticking out of them. Multiple areas have ginormous holes that are very clearly Rex-sized. There are bodies kind of strewn about the room, all charred and beat up. And there's just like you saw in the kind of middle of the room, is Vodka Green, lying in a pool of her own blood. She's been shot. And slumped against a wall, barely breathing, is some guy in Rex's armor wearing a skull mask. You can see Opera just in melted, twisted pieces in this man's lap. You'd recognize that gun anywhere.
I assume we both run over. My first thought is somebody stole Rex's gun. I pull the mask off and I say, "Where is my
hang
friend?"
On. No, you don't pull the mask off.
I attempt to.
As you run up to do that, Rex is gonna smack your arm out of the way. Oh, don't touch that.
Wait, what?
Hey, Bravo.
Rex, is that you?
Hey, Amy. Nice to see you again.
Rex, where's Dice? You need her. You need her doctor stuff.
Yeah, maybe I do. I don't know.
I think I saw her, but I don't know where.
I ain't seen her. She's not around here right now.
Amy crouches down and kind of starts, she places her hand gently on, I guess, your helmet. Goes, Rex.
Hey, Amy. You mind taking your hand off the helmet?
I guess, sure. Man, you did a number here.
Yeah. This is, I think I did a number on myself here. I think... Am I gonna die?
Rex, as you say this, you kind of look down at yourself and realize that Vodka Green isn't the only one in a pool of their own blood. Somewhere along the line of explosions and being thrown through walls and running through walls and getting shot, you're not doing so hot.
Oh, that's not good. Oh. Amy, you remember my old saying, right? About how there's only two kinds of bodyguards in the world, right?
How could I forget?
There's good bodyguards.
There's dead bodyguards.
And there's dead bodyguards. I might be moving into that latter category.
Wait, no, Rex, no. That's not gonna happen. I have a rules question real quick.
I might have a rules answer.
So when you change playbook, it's really vague. It says like you lose things associated with your old playbook, but you also keep all the moves that you gained.
Yes.
One of the improvements that I had as a savvy head was add life support to your workspace, and now you can work on people there too. This is a long shot. Is that still functional, or because I left the van behind, is that kaputs?
It's unfortunately kaputs. Even if it wasn't narratively kaputs after being crashed into a wall, it is kaputs via the rules of the game. The way I interpret it after having read it a couple of times, is that you kept the things that are intrinsic to your character, but physical objects got shucked.
Yeah.
That's after going through it a couple of times. That's really what it looks like. Is it's like things that are about you. So like the things that Bravo does as a savvy head, those got kept. But the physical things, the tools, the workshop, that all got jettisoned.
Yeah. And how bad is Rex as I look at him? Like, is it worth me trying a second time to go into the Maelstrom to get Dice back?
You look at Rex, and the MC wonders if there's any moves that would actually facilitate this kind of thing. Otherwise, you will just get the information. Read a sitch. Read a charged situation.
Yeah. Okay. That is a 6.
I can't
Ask one anyways, but be prepared for the worst.
Wait, you can't help with this one, Rex?
Are you kidding? Have you seen the state of me?
Sure. But, yeah, okay. I guess I should say, what should I be on the lookout for?
You should be on the lookout for literally any kind of medical attention. If Rex does not get
Okay.
medical attention, he will die. No ifs,
All right.
no ands, no buts. End of line.
Okay. All right. We are at the end of the line. Amy, you stop the bleeding. Rex, I know you're about to die, but I need your help anyway. We're going to do some weird freaking stuff. And I grab his head, like, give me some help, man, any way you can. And I press a button, and I'm going to do augury again.
I'm sorry. It's just my mental image. He's like, Amy, stop the bleeding. Palms Rex's face.
Puts his hand directly on the skull painted over the helmet.
You know, maybe at some point he learned bedside manner, but that file must have been deleted to clear up room for weirder stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So I got a 7. Rex is because I specifically requested it, and I'm trying to kind of funnel some of his brain powers. Is he able to help me?
Well, I don't know how I can bump that from a 7 to a 10 anyway. So.
Oh,
Yeah, it's
you're right.
You can't get it up
You're
to
right.
a 10.
It wouldn't matter anyway. All right. Augury. So now I know I'm going to isolate and protect a person from the world's psychic maelstrom. So I'm like, okay, I saw Dice before, I know where to reach her, and now I'm just gonna, rather than forming a window to open, I'm just trying to make a bubble and push a bubble out away from her. Bring her back from the depths of the psychic maelstrom right back into this room.
So I'm interested to see how this will play out, because I've got her. Corbin currently has her.
Yes. Bravo, what is the one effect besides that? 7 to 9, you get to choose one of the 4 in the bottom.
No, this is a question. Do I say I need to reach deep, or since I already know where she is, do I not need to choose that one to find her?
I will allow you to not have to choose that one because you've found her earlier.
Okay, well, I can't afford Rex taking any damage here, so I'm going to do stable and contained, no bleeding, once again.
Okay. Dice. You are in this whack, creepy place with this creepy kid and his creepy birds, and as you're sitting here watching everything unfold, whatever's happening, the noise from the birds flapping and the wind whistling through the trees starts to become muffled as the world starts to go quiet around you. And yeah, as I say, Corbin notices.
Yeah, Corbin looks up, confused, and the crows also kind of are like turning their heads around.
Dice will kind of look up in the direction that they seem to be looking as well.
Dice, it feels like you're being separated or isolated from this strange place. Corbin and the crows notice. Bravo, you feel like you've made affirmative contact with Dice, but it's a strain, it's a stress. It's pushing real hard to get it to reach this far, but you've protected her from the maelstrom.
Yeah, I'm just going to say and hope that whoever that person who locked eyes with me is, that they're listening. And I'm just going to say, whatever you are, let her go. We need her more than you do right now. Just let her go, please.
Corbin looks around. The crows look around. Who is that? Can Dice like I don't know. Can either Bravo or Dice hear that? Like if Dice hears it like muffled.
Can I hear him?
So imagine this kind of thing taking place underwater, right? Dice is hearing Corbin's part of the conversation muffled and weird, and Corbin is hearing Bravo's side of the conversation muffled and weird.
Can Corbin understand the request then?
Yes.
Okay. So then Corbin's question still stands.
Yes.
Asking anyone who can respond, who is that?
But I can't hear it.
You can hear him.
Oh, okay.
I can hear Bravo.
Yes.
Then I'll just say, hi, I'm Bravo 9 or 5 India 68 Kilo Whiskey Tree Zulu, and I really need this doctor right now.
Why?
Okay. I need her to heal somebody who's broken.
Corbin, the crows whisper through your mind.
Let him be broken.
He can feed you later.
You almost feel the anger of their glare into your back.
He will feed you later.
Corbin, you hear the angry flap of feathers as the bird has been ruffled by your obstinance. Now your turn, Bravo. Or Dice if you want to interject.
Listen, I don't know who or what you are, but whatever you want, I'll make it up for you. All right? Come to me. I'll give you what you want later. But right now, I need Dice. So let her go, or else I don't care where you go. I'll find you.
He promises us anything.
These were the friends that I was talking about. If I wouldn't be surprised if they need help.
I'm almost positive neither Corbin nor the crows is caring about what you're saying. He will give you anything.
You are right. You will get us anything we need.
Corbin looks back at Dice and gives a very slow wave into glare. See you soon.
Goodbye.
And as quickly as you left the regular world and went into this weird one, you are back exactly where you were. Except this time, Vodka's dead, and Rex is slumped against a wall. Amy is in here. Bravo's in here. Both of them are mildly freaking out.
Okay.
Oh my god, it's Dice.
Oh my gosh.
I love punch drunk
What
Rex.
just happened?
Also, isn't Dice also on?
Dice
like,
is also
11?
dying.
Yes. Dice
Oh my
is in a
gosh.
similar situation where if she does not heal herself or get medical attention, she also will die.
Yeah.
So, Bravo, you see Dice just poof into existence.
And then kind of crumple a little bit.
Well, great.
Okay.
Trade one problem for another.
It's the shock of everything that's happening and so quickly too. She's gonna crawl over to Rex.
You can do that.
Yeah. We're gonna try this one more. Let's see. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna quickly read how it's stabilizing past 9. This is good. We are gonna start with. This one doesn't. This is more so. We'll go for the stock. This is going to be the thing that'll just heal. So, will you say she's able to perform with where she's at on her? Is she able to use her supplies?
Yes.
I'll give that.
Yes, until
okay.
you are dead.
Okay.
Until you are dead, you can function
I'm able to.
properly.
Perfect. Okay. So we're just gonna go for it. I'm gonna use Bravo. How are you looking?
I'm actually at not. So I have 3 damage. So left to my own devices, I'd eventually heal up.
Okay. Perfect.
I'm at 9, I guess.
You're still not great. So that's what I will do. I'm gonna use 3 of my stock. I have 4 currently because I gave 2 to Corbin. That is a good thing that I did. I rolled a 10.
Ooh, okay.
Well, I rolled 10 with the 3 stock that I used.
Perfect.
So I get to choose 2
Wait, 3 stock?
from.
Yes. So
You erased 2, right?
I raced 2.
an
I
angel,
had
an angel,
6.
an angel has 6. Yep, an angel has 6.
Gosh, I got scrumped.
Here's the rules. So to use your angel kit to stabilize and heal someone at 9 or past, roll plus stock spent, which in this case was 3. On a hit, they stabilize and heal to 6 o'clock. So Rex, you can adjust your sheet to reflect that. And Dice gets to choose 2 effects from the following list. They fight you and you have to narco stab them. How long will they be out? The pain and drugs make them babble the truth to you. Ask them what secret they spill. They respond very well to the treatment. Recover 1 of the stock you spent, if you spent any. They're at your complete mercy. What will you do to them? Their course of recovery teaches you something about your craft, mark experience. They owe you for your time, attention, and supplies, and you're going to hold them to it.
Sorry, what do I erase my harm down to?
6.
Down to 6.
Jeez, so I erased 3 segments.
Yeah.
Oof.
I'm going to go ahead and they respond well to the treatment, and I'm going to recover 1 of the stock that I spent, so I still have 2.
Okay.
And then mark experience.
Alrighty. So, Rex. Dice, though she is haggard and bloodied and mentally strained from wherever on earth she appeared from, she sets to work on you, and you learn very quickly why they call her an angel.
Once I'm all finished up with him, I'm going to turn to Bravo I'm gonna hold out my hand to him. Do you wear like gloves or anything, Bravo?
No.
Okay.
Rex is
I'm gonna hold out my hand to him.
just gonna be like kind of, his breathing was like slow and labored, and it's gonna like pick up a bit.
I look at it, hold up my flashlight that's still in my hand. I'm like, you want this? Put it in your hand.
No, that's not what I wanted.
I reach out my hand.
I go ahead and grab it, and I'm gonna do healing touch for him.
Girl, you need to heal yourself.
That's really cool. I love that one. Okay, that didn't work.
Did you just fail?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah, I totally did. Let's see. So we're both gonna treat it as though we missed the open your brain to the psychic maelstrom.
Oof.
I was really hoping that would all just like work, and it didn't. I'm sorry.
I mean,
No, it's all good.
yeah. So,
I just opened
So
us
I-
both unprepared.
I mean, that's awesome. I love that. So, Dice, you reach your hand out to Bravo. He tries to offer you a flashlight, and you bat it away and tell him he's being stupid and take his hand.
Yep.
And you try to access that part of you that you've been used to, you used before to heal people. You're not exactly sure, but you think maybe that your weird experiences with this weird kid named Corbin might have, like, I don't know, juiced you or something. Anyways, you scream way past where you're trying to go. And both you and Bravo are treated to this deluge of the sound of rending rocks, screaming and shearing of material, as it feels as if the world itself is crumbling to bits as well as expanding to unknown fathoms. And somewhere in there's this cross transfer, and each of you understand more deeply a secret of the other.
Should they like ask each other a question from like
The reader person?
yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
I like that idea.
Or,
Also, I think this is gonna make Hex later really easy.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh,
The questions from Deep Brain Scan on Brainer could also be really good for this.
I like the idea. Bravo, could you like screenshot that, put that in the chat? Dice, something I forgot to. Because you healed Rex, you gain Hex.
Oh yes, that's right.
Bravo, ask a question of Dice. You learned something.
Yeah. I'm gonna say, what are your character's secret pains?
Oh, secret pains. Okay. You, as this is happening, you start getting the feelings of loss, deep loss and betrayal. And you start to see glimpses of a man and glimpses of him basically turning into a zombie and her killing him.
Oh.
And you kind of then see more glimpses of her grabbing papers, anything that she can see in her sight, and fleeing, running away.
Oh my gosh. I'm just like doubling over, like you know what, like grabbing my head, I've reached my fingers up underneath the edge of the helmet so I can be like holding my head. I'm like, I think I caught love. It hurts.
And Dice, you may ask one question of Bravo.
Let's see. What was your character's lowest moment?
I thought you might ask that one.
I thought you were going to ask the question that you asked, too.
I actually, because I thought you were gonna ask this, I've dived deep back into old messages with Trent where I told him my backstory. As our minds rip open and pass through each other, you something bubbles up and you get a glimpse of a memory that Bravo has tried his best to forget. He's tried his best to let the pain just go numb. And you see in first person, you see from Bravo's perspective a beautiful city, shining white surfaces and bright neon lights, and a gathering of people. You and 3 other young people are each who have metal circuitry built into the side of their heads, just like Bravo, are standing in front of a small fizzling crowd, and there are you hear Bravo's voice coming from you, saying, "The leaders are lying. Your memories are wrong. You have to listen. That reactor exploded. Don't you remember the reactor? Don't you remember that part of the city? But your metal mind is trying to tell you it never existed." And then you see yourself leave the stage, and somebody else named X-Ray Foer goes and stands and is talking to the people. And you're waving a flag that says "Free your mind." And then around the corner, the enforcers arrive. The speaker, X-Ray, calls on the people, says, "Stop them! Stand up to the enforcers!" But the crowd just like parts. They just move aside and watch as the enforcers just march towards the rebels. And you prepare yourself to be arrested, but instead one of the enforcers just walks up to X-Ray, the one who was speaking, and pulls out a blade and just stabs her to death. And you run, you smack somebody with a flag, you try to get out of there. You and the remaining rebel, Charlie Tree, just keep running down the alleyway. You get separated, and so of those 4 young idealistic rebels, one was dead. Charlie Tree ran off in one direction, and Bravo and Golf 2 ran in another. And they were running, and Bravo ran faster. Golf tried to say something to him, but he just kept running. And she stopped and tried to fight the guards, and he just kept running. And he heard her die. And then he ran, and he left the flag behind, sticking out of the chest of a guard, and ran past the line that marks the edge of Siliconia and out into the wilderness.